You know, Old Canada is probably the most important and the most beautiful anthem of any country in the world. But did you know that the lyrics in French are completely different than the lyrics in English? I'll give you an example. The National Anthem Act established set lyrics for Old Canada in Canada's two official languages, English and French. However, the two sets of lyrics are not translations of each other. Now, in English, the first group of lines, O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, and all of us command. With glowing hearts, we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand in guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free, O Canada, we stand in guard for thee. But the French version is a little bit more dramatic and a little bit more different. And it's more applicable to us in 2025 with the fuckface in the States trying to say we don't really count as a country. O Canada, land of our ancestors, glorious deeds circle your brow, for your arm knows how to wield a sword, your arm knows how to carry the cross. Your history is an epic of brilliant deeds, and your valor is steeped in fate. We will protect our homes and our rights. Now, the French translation continues, and these are not done very much. But the first verse is the same, but the original French version, the second verse goes like this. Under the eye of God near the giant river, the Canadian grows hoping. He was born of a proud race. Blessed was his birthplace. Heaven has noted his career in his new world, always guided by its light. He will keep the honor of his flag. From his patron, the precursor of the true God, he wears the halo of fire on his brow. Enemy of tyranny, but full of loyalty, he wants to keep in harmony his proud freedom, and by the effort of his genius, set on our ground the truth. Sacred love of the throne and the altar, fill our hearts with your immortal breath. Among the foreign races, our guide is the law. Let us know how to be the people of brothers, under the yoke of faith, and repeat like our fathers the battle cry for Christ and King. Now, the adaptation or adoption of the anthem of these many verses came in 1964 when Lester B. Pearson, the Prime Minister, said one song would have to be chosen as the country's national anthem, and the government resolved to form a joint committee to review the status of two musical works. The next year, Pearson put to the House of Commons a motion that the government be authorized to take such steps as may be necessary to provide that O Canada shall be the national anthem of Canada, while God Save the Queen shall be the royal anthem of Canada, of which Parliament approved. Now, this is around the same time we patrioted our flag. In 1967, the Prime Minister advised Governor General Georges Vanier to appoint a special joint committee of the Senate and House of Commons on the national and royal anthems. The group first met in February and, within 2 months, on April 12, 1967, presented the conclusion that O Canada should be designated as a national anthem and God Save the Queen as the royal anthem of Canada. Of course, 1967 was Confederation 100th anniversary. Now, this would include one verse from each in both official languages to be adopted by Parliament. The group was then charged with establishing official lyrics for each song. For Old Canada, the Robert Stanley Weir version of 1908 was recommended for the English words, with a few minor changes. Two of the stand on guard phrases were replaced from far and wide and God keep our land. In 1970, the Queen and Right of Canada purchased the right to the lyrics and music of Old Canada from Gordon V. Thompson Music for $1. The song finally became the official national anthem in 1980 with the passage of the National Anthem Act. The act replaced two of the repetitions of the phrase "We stand on guard" in the English lyrics, as had been proposed by the Senate Special Joint Committee. This change was controversial with traditionalists, and for several years afterwards, it was not uncommon to hear people still singing the old lyrics at public events. In contrast, the French lyrics are unchanged from the original version. Now, ironically, there's been some controversy over the years. In June 1990, Toronto City Council voted 12-7 in favor of recommending to the Canadian government that the phrase "our home and native land" be changed to "our home and cherished land," and that "in all thy sons command" be partly reverted to "in all of us command." Councillor Howard Moscow said the words "native land" were not appropriate for the many Canadians who are not native born, and the word "sons" implied that women can't feel true patriotism or love for Canada. Senator Vivian Poix similarly criticized the English lyrics of the anthem as being sexist, and she introduced a bill in 2002 proposing to change the phrase "in all thy sons command, in all of us command." By the late 2000s, the anthem's religious references to God in English and the Christian cross in French were criticized by secularists. In a speech from the throne delivered by Governor General Michael Jean on March 3, 2010, a plan to have Parliament review the original gender-neutral wording of the national anthem was announced. However, 3/4 of Canadians polled after the speech objected to the proposal, and 2 days later, the PM's office announced that Cabinet had decided not to change the original lyrics. Now, in another attempt to make the anthem gender-neutral, Liberal MP Maurice Bélanger introduced a private member's bill in September 2014. His bill C-624, an act to amend the National Anthem Act gender, was defeated at second reading in April of 2015. Following the 2015 federal election, Bélanger reintroduced the bill in new Parliament as Bill C-210 in January 2016. In June 2016, the bill passed its third reading with a vote of 225 to 74 in the House of Commons. The bill passed its third reading in the Senate with a voice vote on January 31st, 2018, and received royal assent some week later on February 7, 2018. So the anthem itself, ladies and gentlemen, it's, again, the line, of course, the True North, Strong and Free, is based on Lord Tennyson's description of Canada as that true north, wherefore we lately heard a strain to Seamus. In the context of Tennyson's poem to the Queen, the word true means loyal or faithful. Now, the music, again, the song was originally commissioned by the Lieutenant Governor of Quebec, Theodore Robitaille, for the 1880 Saint Jean-Baptiste Day ceremony. Calixte Lavallée composed the music, after which French-language words were written by the poet and judge, Sir Adolphe Bézille-Routier. The original French lyrics were translated to English in 1906. Multiple English versions ensued, with Robert Stanley Weir's 1908 version, which was not a translation of French lyrics, gaining the most popularity. The Weir lyrics eventually served as the basis of the official lyrics enacted by Parliament. Again, the English lyrics have been altered, but the French lyrics have remained as so. Now, O Canada had served as the de facto national anthem since 1939, officially becoming the country's national anthem. In 1980, with Canada's National Anthem Act received royal assent, and again became effective on July 1st that year, as part of the year's Dominion Day, today's Canada Day celebration. Now, O Canada is a 28-bar song originally written in the key of F major for four or four voices and piano as a match in 4/4 time to be played majestic and resolved. Unfortunately, the original manuscript has been lost. Now, musicologist Rose Duffin has argued that Lavallée constructed the melody for O Canada by adapting material by Mozart. The March of the Priests, measures 1/8, Wagner, Liszt, and Matthias Keller. Now, the English and French lyrics are official. However, translations are not official, so it depends. It's been done in many, many languages. So, O Canada, as it stands now, ladies and gentlemen, it's not just a song played or a hockey game. If you want to see some good renditions, the one by the Nylons, Roger Doucet's Rights and Liberty, the augmented the lyrics. But in every hockey night in Canada, the anthem is a time, like 90 seconds to 2 minutes, to look back at the week as we were. Now, if the United States knows better, you listen to the lyrics, there's no fucking way any American politician is ever going to try to take over Canada, because we would rather die with a beaver and a moose and a goose at our side. We'd rather be killed than touch the garment of the United States and kiss their arse. Like I said, when you're Canadian, it's Canadian for life. Okay? In the words of Bubbles, can you go fuck yourself? In the words of the Bible pimps, but it can apply to Trump and all the American politicians that think they can just walk in and say we're going to take over Canada. Like I said, you're going to get an awful fucking surprise as the months go on, because Canadians have survived everything. We can survive an orange devil, an antichrist that was brought here basically to be an asshole. And Donald Trump's first wife is Canadian, so that sums it up. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the story of O Canada. If you like what we're doing here, sing O Canada. If you don't like O Canada, get the fuck off the channel, because I don't want you here. And I don't care who you are, Canadian or American. If you don't like our anthem, what's the fucking good of you? Have a good one. Bye.